Got the 2024 GMC in the shop. This is the one we did the 6.6 liter L8T and the short bed swap on. Basically, this truck has been running, made 480 to the tire with stock intake, stock air filter, everything on there. We are going to be putting a Holley High Ram intake manifold on this, and then we're going to be building a custom cold air intake once we get the High Ram on here. So that should net us quite a bit more power. We are running this truck on E30 fuel right now. So once we get this thing done, we're going to retune it, re-dyno it on E30 with the new intake and new cold air intake on there. So we should make probably over 500, I would think. And then we'll drive it for a while, and then we'll probably end up putting a set of heads on it at some point and try to get it to the mid 500s NA, and then we'll put a supercharger on this thing. Truck looks good though. Been driving it, got about 2,000 miles on it now. Got the bed liner fixed over here where this was the bed that was on the burn truck, and the only thing wrong with it was it had burned a little bit of the spray and bed liner over there, so we had that fixed and can't tell anything anymore. That was the last thing we needed to fix on this thing. Still don't know what to do with the interior, whether to add some higher trim level interior to this or just leave it like it is. Haven't decided yet. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to let you know whenever I post a new video. What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we got the 24 GMC back in the shop, or coming back in the shop, and right now we just did the L8T 6.6 liter swap in this thing, and it does have a BTR 225 cam in it, but that's it. It's been running a stock intake manifold, stock air intake, everything. We have some upgrades that we're going to be doing this. Once we get these installed, we're going to take it back and dyno it again, and hopefully we can see some pretty solid gains off swapping the intake manifold and putting a cold air intake on this thing. And then we're also on E30 fuel now. The first time we were on 91 octane. So we're going to see how it goes here, and hopefully we can make over 500 with these new mods. And here's the High Ram here. This was actually the one that was on the last truck that burned down. It was like a powder coated in a red color. We just sandblasted it, powder coated black this time, and it looks brand new again. So we're in good shape there. We have our throttle body adapter for the intake. Yeah, and I think that's about it. We'll get this swapped out. We're not going to be doing port injection or anything on there, so this will be a pretty straightforward swap, honestly. All right, we're going to get this old intake off right now. We'll get this old air box out of here. We do have, I think, material to make an intake. I need to order the filter from O'Reilly's that we use. Get that going here, and then, yeah, get that off. Paint that throttle body black. Make it look a little nice. Also have a Mighty Mouse catch can kit here that we're going to be installing on it as well. And then once we get this all on, we can bug Just Tune to tune it. He'll be real happy.
He's gonna love it.
These 24s are really tough to tune, the trucks. For whatever reason, they changed some stuff on them. So,
His favorite truck from his favorite customer.
yes. And Donnie, this is a 6.2 liter intake, right?
Yes.
Stock one.
Yeah, we had one. No point in running a 5.3 one
On a 6.6, no. You're right.
As close as we can.
I don't know if there's actually any difference between the 5.3 and the 6.2 intake, but we did one anyways.
6.2 throttle body as well.
Yep, we definitely did that. And that's one thing that we did notice when we did this swap stuff on this truck the first time. The throttle bodies on the 24 trucks are different than the 23 and older. So if you try to put a Nick Williams throttle body on one of these 24 and up trucks, the truck will just not work. It won't drive. You won't have any throttle. There is something different in the mechanisms and in the harness on the 24 and up throttle body. So this was obviously a 5.3 truck before, so I looked up a VIN on a 2024 6.2 truck, and that's how we got this throttle body here, and it does work. But that is the biggest throttle body we are able to run at this point on these brand new 24 and up trucks. It's nice taking these intakes off, Dyno, with no fuel rails, right?
No fuel rails and no Christmas tree clips like the 14 to 18s.
Yeah. I feel like it wants to come out.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice. So the L8T engine does not have DOD from the factory, so that's why it's got the smooth valley cover on there, right from General Motors, the way that they should be. No displacement on demand. Thank goodness. Oh, Donnie, I'm going to show him your little pet squirrel here. Where's he at?
He's there.
Oh, there he is. What's up, little guy?
Lamar Jackson.
That's his name, Lamar?
It's Lamar.
Lamar, how you doing, buddy? So Lamar was a rescue. Donnie had a big tree fall in his front yard, and this squirrel was abandoned, a little baby squirrel. So Donnie's rescued it, and it's been coming to work for the last 2 weeks, and I just found out about this today.
I thought you knew.
You're supposed to let me know when you bring a kid to work, you know?
He don't eat much. He doesn't talk.
Pretty much like a baby. Just eats and sleeps.
Got old Bronzy back in the shop, too. This is the LT5 ZR 1500 we did a couple years ago. One of our good customers owns a truck now, and he's he buys and sells customized stuff. And this truck is for sale. If anyone wants this thing, it's full custom classic car studio interior. Everything is leather wrapped. Everything tan you can see, guys, is real leather. It's got suede here, custom bench seat. This is some pretty cool stuff right here. Got suede headliner. And then underneath the hood, we have a full build series on this truck on the channel. You guys can check it out when we built this thing originally. But it's got LT5 in it, cam, headers, full QA1 suspension. This is Zeus bronze paint, 2020 C8 Corvette color, big 16-inch brakes, custom one-off forged wheels on this thing. And those are not polished. Those are powder coated, and they look like they're polished, so they're easy to clean, which is the coolest part about those wheels, because they got that polished billet look, but they are powder coated. That is the color, and you don't have to sit there and polish the wheels every time you wash the truck. And underneath this thing looks just as good as the top. Everything's painted all through. We just put some brand new drag radials on it, but a good looking truck. Got 55 wagon in here. Wes is doing a LS swap on this thing right now. Got the LS motor sitting over there. There's the LT4 Monty we did. Little comparison here of the two intakes. Got the stock 6.2 intake here. Got the Holley High Ram here. Want to make sure we had the gaskets and stuff all installed. We'll get this thing together. I think we're going to put this thing in and then put the lid on after we get it in the truck. We'll get the throttle body off, all the sensors that we need. Get it moved over. Donnie's excited. All right, there we go, guys. High Ram installed. Again, it lives up for another day.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, so we got the GMC back in the shop, and we've been doing the intake modification, the Holley High Ram. And we were gone for a week for SCT, came back, and Wes has been working on the cold air intake, which got kind of tricky just because of the way the fans are set up in this thing and the limited amount of space that we have to work with. Wes just got done welding all this piping up, and we'll check it out and see what he's got. All right, so Wes is the intake here. And it's just in a raw finish. We're going to powder coat this thing black. But we're just going to test fit this thing, see if it looks good, and see if it works. Pretty hard task, Wes.
Oh, it's been tight.
So we did have to trim the fan shroud here, and I don't think this will affect anything, at least to the point that what this engine needs. These fans are actually really good from the factory. But that's basically what we had to do to get this to fit with the throttle body bolted to the intake. And there's a look at it there. Actually looks really nice. Yeah, Wes, looks good. Holley High Ram looks good on there. So see here, we did have to go up with it just because there's just no room. So we went up and then back down. Actually turned out really good. And this truck needed this big time. So this big 6.6 in this thing has a Brian Tooley 225 cam. And basically, guys, with all that big cubic inches, we had the stock 6.2 intake. And, you know, with the big cam and everything, I just think that it's going to make a lot more power with, you know, having a nice cold air intake and then also a Holley High Ram, which has been proven to work pretty good on NA LT1 setups. So we're going to get this all buttoned up, powder coated, and then hopefully we'll get this thing on the dyno here this week. Next up, we got to get this thing dynoed. Justin got a startup tune in it for us. Everything seems to be running good. We'll get this powder coated. Everything seems to be good though, guys. We arrived at the dyno. Justin's gonna get this thing strapped down and we are gonna see what this thing does with basically just doing the startup tune, changing for the mass airflow sensor in the intake, and just gonna dyno it, see what it does, and then we can make some changes from there. But hopefully we pick up, you know, a little bit of horsepower here. We did the intake and cold air intake, but other than that, all the same stuff as it was. 6.6 liter 225 BTR cam. Got headers, single 3-inch exhaust, and yeah, that's about it. But let's see what she does. Did some powder coating on the intake. Looks pretty good. Matches the intake manifold, so everything's all black in there again. And for all y'all that haven't seen this truck, we did do a long bed regular cab 5.3 truck, and we used a Mexico V8 short bed regular cab frame, swapped it all over, got a short bed, put that all on there, and then did all the other conversion stuff you gotta do to make everything work. And then we put a brand new GM 6.6 liter L8T engine in there. It is not the L8P, this is the L8T. Cam, headers, LT4 injectors, high pressure pump. We got the Escalade V pump in the tank, and then we just did a Holley High Ram and a cold air intake on it. Custom made cold air intake, by the way. made 498. A little bit more power. Had a torque spike there.
That's because it downshifted.
And guys, just so you know, we are going to be relocating this. We just have it tucked out of the way for right now. We're going to actually redo the whole hose, put it around the back so that way you don't even see it at all coming right out of there, and then we'll go all the way back. So that'll clean that up a lot, but just in case you all saw that and wondered what the hell was going on. All right, so final numbers, we're at 498, so almost 500 horsepower to the tires on pump gas, which is pretty cool. I only revved this thing to 5,900 RPMs, and it still wants to make power past that. So probably what we're gonna have to do is figure out this transmission tuning, the TCM. These are still locked from HV Tuners. We do have a TCM at the shop that we got from our friend Garrett down in Florida that hopefully will let us tune the transmission. We have to put it in the truck, program it with the GM tool, make sure the truck drives, and then after that, we can send it to HP Tuners, get it unlocked, get it back, and then we can raise the rev limiter, raise the shift points and all that good stuff, which I think this thing really needs. I mean, we got a Holley High Ram on this thing. We got a big cubic inch motor. We got a big cam. So everything wants to go higher RPMs, and we can see that right on the dyno graph. It's still climbing, and it hits the rev limiter. So still, I'm pretty happy with that. We picked up about 30 horsepower from what it did the first time, which is good. And, you know, Holley High Ram intake definitely works, and I think it'll make probably another 15 to 20 more horsepower if we can just keep on climbing through the RPMs. So that'll do it for today's video. We're going to go out for a little drive here real fast, see how it runs. But hope you like the video. Watch and subscribe. We'll see you later. Justin here. This is probably one of his favorite vehicles to tune.
It's better than the ZR1.
Better than the ZR1.